Abuja.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Dateline Abuja, your #1 general TV magazine program here on AIT. Thank you for joining us. I'm Hauwa Momoh. Every day, many people are involved in road accidents. Some are killed and some are injured. But this week, Nigeria, alongside other countries, marks 4th year UN Global Road Safety Week. So today on Dateline Abuja, our focus is on speed management and measures to address speed on our roads. Well, let's hear from the UN spokesperson about the Road Safety Week.
The 4th Global Road Safety Week, which is a mandate of the United Nations, charging member states to ensure that road safety issues relating to speed is brought to the awareness of all, and by ways of advocacy and letting people understand that managing speed is a way of staying alive on the road. In our country, we have multi-sectoral stakeholder committee coordinated by the UN Decade of Action on road traffic and road safety and traffic injury prevention. And the Federal Road Safety Corps is a key stakeholder in that mandate, with other non-governmental organizations and even the multilateral organizations. And WHO is a focal point for that activity globally. So we've had quite elaborate celebration in the country, starting with a press conference on Monday, which was where the week was flagged off by the Minister for Transportation and the Honorable Minister of State Health, and then other key stakeholders. After that, we've been engaging on solidarity and advocacy campaign across the nation, and this is taking place in all the various states, involving the media, both the print and electronic media, and also involving all the decision makers. We're expected to visit the legislature and the judiciary, who are also implementers of policies related to road safety. By and large, road safety is everybody's business. As long as you're a road user, you have a stake in it. You're a potential stakeholder. And whatever you can do to ensure that the roads remain safe is a success for everyone. And the theme for this year's program is managing speed, because we found that if you control speed, you can reduce road crashes in this country by possibly up to 50%. And that is a huge figure, considering the number of crashes we witness in our country. So we urge you all to key into the mandate, and that mandate should not end with the week. It's supposed to be a continual process, and we'll continue to work together to ensure that we realize our goal towards reducing road crashes across the globe, especially in our country, by the year 2020, as demanded by the UN mandate on Decade of Action on Road Safety and Injury Prevention. Thank you very much.
The 4th United Nations Global Road Safety Week is marked in order to inform and educate people on the need to do more to reduce deaths and injuries on our roads. And the focus for this year is tagged Speed. The Road Safety Week aims at improving the global road safety record by preventing road crashes and speed, which contribute to around 1/3 of fatal road traffic crashes in high-income countries and up to half in low and middle-income countries. When people think about crashes involving speed, they tend to picture someone driving quite dangerously fast and breaking the speed limit, or someone under the influence of alcohol or drugs. But there are a lot of crashes every year where a driver was within the speed limits or within the limits, but going too fast for conditions. According to the World Health Organization, 1.2 million people die every year on the world's roads, and close to half of those tragic deaths are caused by drivers going faster than posted speed limits. Today on Dateline Abuja, I guess we'll be discussing on speed management and measures to address safety. Hello, good morning and welcome to Dateline Abuja on AIT. Well, today on Dateline Abuja, we'll be visiting families and, maybe the schools who watch over the children.
That her children, her female children, have this.
Well, it's still the United Nations Global Road Safety Week, and today we'll be discussing speed management. My guest today on Dateline Abuja is Deputy Corps Commander Ali Sule Tanimu, who's also the Deputy Corps Public Education Officer. You're welcome to Dateline Abuja, sir.
Thank you.
Well, we're still celebrating the United Nations Global Road Safety Week.
Yeah.
What do you think about excessive speeding?
Wow, excessive speeding worldwide has been identified as a major cause of death. In fact, the crashes as a result of speed has made so many people to be dead, maimed, injured, incapacitated. So the United Nations Decade of Action came up with a resolution that in 2011 to 2020, between this period, accidents or crashes must be crashed or reduced by 50%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah. And based on that, the Global Road Safety Week, which started first in 2007, second in 2013, and then 15, and then now we have the fourth Global Week, which the theme was picked to identify the global scourge, which is speed. Managing speed, how do we manage this speed? Many people don't program their time. They have a program, excuse me, or a meeting that they know it will take them 1 hour. They'll leave their houses 20 minutes to the time, and you see them driving at a neck-breaking speed. Of course, time management is very, very important and key. Yeah.
Okay, what are the factors that actually lead to excessive speeding, apart from you just talking about time management?
One of the factors that lead to excessive speeding is there are some that are being influenced by drug or under the influence of alcohol. Most drivers, when they are under the influence of this hard substance, they tend to lose their senses, and it impairs their vision. So they don't make correct judgment of the road. They don't even know where to apply brakes, where not to apply brakes. Some of them, you see them beating the traffic because they don't even know that they have approached the traffic light. Yes. And in that, you see them crashing. And as a result, many of them, when they drive, they tend not to consider other road users. And once you don't consider other road users, you start struggling. You see them, I don't know whether they're struggling for supremacy. You overtake me, okay, I must overtake you. I must pass, I must do this. Or I will not want you to pass when you have indicated you are going to overtake. All these are factors that lead to these crashes as a result of speed. And there are some again who, I don't know, out of curiosity or out of they just want to endanger their life. They just bought a new car. They want to test and see how fast that car can move. A car that they did not manufacture. A car that they cannot ascertain whether it is made for racing or not for racing. So you see, Many of these factors lead to crashes as a result of overspeeding.
But I'm sure that one guilty party for this excessive speeding is the convoys we have. You know, you just said I've talked about maneuvering way and even time management, but the truth is that a lot of the convoys that you see, you're just on your own lane. It happens a lot of times. I'm sure that's happened to you. And this convoy from nowhere, presidential or anything, just coming through, and they are the ones who actually drive that way.
Yeah, you see,
what do you people do about that?
The presidential convoy, of course.
Not necessarily presidential, but the convoy.
Okay, the convoy. Yeah, convoy drivers have been found wanting on this, and we have gotten in touch with the identified dignitaries on this convoy, and there are some specific people who are supposed to, some specific people authorized to use these sirens in case of emergency, like the ambulances, the fire service. They are supposed to, once you hear siren, you identify that these are rescue vehicles. Of course, you must give way to those vehicles. But at the same time, some of these convoys, bullion vans, some security agents, these private security agencies. Yes, you see them. If you get such, because we can't be everywhere at the same time, we advise the public to pick the number or the sign insignated on the body of the vehicle and pass to us. We have prosecuted so many, and we'll write and prosecute them.
Are you openly?
Yes.
Okay,
once you can give us information, you give us the time, the location, and what they do. We'll write and pick the number of the convoy, the vehicle involved.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, now we have the speed limiter. And this is something that I'm sure a lot of private car owners will be worried about. This speed limiter, what is it about? And is it for the commercial vehicles or also the private car owners?
The speed limiter is a device that is being installed to control the speed of a vehicle, not to go above the legal speed limit. The legal speed limit maximum for cars is 100 and maximum for taxis 90. So you see sometimes these commercial drivers or private drivers or drivers generally driving above the legal speed limit. We have introduced radar guns some years back. Radar gun used to detect vehicles that are driving excessively. We use radar gun, we arrest. But we discovered that even with the use of radar guns, we cannot be everywhere. There are times these crashes occur at night, and drivers do drive excessively at night also. So there was consultation with all the stakeholders, with the Nigerian Automotive and Design Council, the Standard Organization of Nigeria, the various motor owners, unions, and the rest. Sat down in a round table for years, discussing, holding dialogue, discourse on the way out and way forward. Yeah, it was. So it was agreed that yes, speed limiter should be installed on all vehicles. But this one that we now is the phase one. The phase one is on commercial vehicles. Why are we facing commercial vehicles as phase one? The fatalities, the rate of fatalities on commercial vehicle is higher than that of a private. A private vehicle, maybe if there's a crash, maybe only the private vehicle owner or two occupants. But in a commercial vehicle, there are some buses that carry 18 passengers, some even up to 58,
yes.
So even up to 60 something, thereabout. So once there's a crash, you discover that so many fatalities are being recorded. So we say, no, the rate is alarming. Let us first start with the commercial vehicles, and then later we'll start enforcement on the private vehicle. But for now, even the private vehicle owners are encouraged to go and install this device because it's for their own good and for the good of the. No. It's not free. There are vendors there who are designated. They have been approved to deal with it. They have been tested. They pass through all the necessary screening. So they are the ones who handle it. If you go to any of our command, you get the list on our website, you get the names of all the approved vendors who have these speed limiters. You can go to any of your choice.
Okay, but it's compulsory for all
commercial vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what makes you feel they will do it?
Of course, they started.
Is it? So are there any checks to find out if they actually installed it yet?
Yes, it's not only installing the device. There are also devices that are handy to check. They have been calibrated. Once a vehicle approaches, you stop the vehicle, you get the number of the vehicle. From the number of the vehicle, you will tell whether that vehicle has been installed with the device or not.
Okay.
Once it's been installed, you know. And if the device is being tampered with, it will still indicate.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits of these speed limiters on Nigerian roads? Since it's also coming to the private car owners.
Yeah, the benefit of this speed limiter is number one. Once with the installation of this speed on vehicles, the crashes resulting from speed will reduce. And if the crashes resulting from speed reduces, then fatalities will definitely reduce. And once fatality reduce, then Nigeria is good to go, because we don't want more people to be dying. Accident claim more lives than malaria and other public health care. Yeah. And in addition, the speed limiter also help to reduce the fuel consumption of a vehicle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it helps to reduce the fuel consumption, and also it reduces the smoke emission, thereby affecting our environment. Yes,
nice.
yes.
So that means it's not only for public.
No. Yes, yeah.
Okay. So well, we have the road safety cooperation. How has it affected the rate of car crashes on the road? Well, we know that you guys. The road safety is doing a lot of job in doing publicity, and I really commend you guys on that. If there's any Ministry of Personnel doing a lot of publicity stunts, it's you guys actually creating awareness and educating people about speed management and road safety.
Yeah.
But now, how has the road safety operations affected the reduction of car crashes in Nigeria?
The operation of the Federal Road Safety Corps in all Nigerian roads have really reduced the number of crashes. Our presence, when you see road safety presence, you discover that on those axes, crashes are minimal. Take, for instance, Abuja. It's not only crashes minimal, the fatalities. Abuja records highest number of crashes, but Abuja records the least death.
Oh, nice.
The least death. So the critical corridors that these crashes are, we have intermittently unit commands, outposts that have been opened. If you are driving from Abuja here, for instance, between Abuja Metropolis and Lokoja, you cannot count the number of road safety you see. You have a command you see a patrol car by the city gate, you see a patrol car, we have a command in Lube, we have a command at the airport, we have command at Kuje, which also come to the road, we have in Abaji, we have in Ngoji, we have in up to Kotonkarfi and some others up to Abaji. So you can see intermittently on Kaduna Road, once you get to Zuba, from FCT here, you get to Zuba, we have a unit command. We have before Zuba, what do you call this place? Dutalaji. We have in Kubwa unit, we have Zuba, we have Sabon Wuse, we have Kakao, we have on Kaduna Road.
Everywhere.
Yes, and not only the road safety presence, including the ambulances, the zebras, we call them zebras, they are there to carry out rescue in case of
immediately.
Yes. And because of that, we have our ICT center, a call center, where once there's a crash, you put a call to the center, they just give them the location of the crash. They will look on their screen dashboard. They know the patrol car that is closer to the scene of the crash. So they will call the patrol car and say, look, there's a crash at so location. Go there and rescue. And they'll just go in less than 7-15 minutes.
Road safety is there.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. But before we go, what are the road safety policies, programs, and specific interventions that you guys have?
Well, we have enhanced.
In summary.
Yeah.
I know that's
Yes, okay. In summary, we have enhanced public education and enlightenment. We've improved enforcement and post-crash care, which is aiming at reducing crashes by 15% and fatality by 25%. And we've also advanced the road safety administration. Yes. Yeah, we've put all these things in place to checkmate the rate of crashes and on Nigerian roads.
Okay.
Yeah.
But lastly, now you said for the UN Global Road Safety Week, we have your ultimatum is 50%.
Yeah.
What are you people doing about this?
Yeah,
minus creating awareness such as this.
Of course, we have started. That's why we have created more commands, and that's why you see the speed limiter is enforced. It's part of it to manage the speed limiters. And already we have been arresting vehicles who drive excessively. And apart from that, even non-use of seatbelt, even those who make phone calls while driving. Some people go to the extent of drafting text messages and they are driving. So our patrol team, we've increased our presence. We are everywhere. We've increased the rate of bikes. The commercial has injected more patrol vehicles to places that are so vulnerable. Yes.
I hope that is also in states, not always in the federal.
No, not in state. When you go to states now
and local government.
And yes, we have commands in almost all the local governments.
Beautiful.
Yes, almost all the local government.
Okay.
So, what we want in this period is people should remember that speed thrills, but it kills.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we just want everybody to kill the speed and don't allow the speed to kill you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Well, we've been talking to Deputy Co-Commander Ali Sule Tanimu. Don't forget, he said, speed thrills, but it also kills. Well, it's still Deadline Abuja, talking about speed management on the UN Global Road Safety Week. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Well, now we know, and let's have it in mind, that when the world commits to slow down and implements evidence-based solutions, road traffic crashes will fall and we will save lives. So it's time we speed up the solutions to slow down, and we should learn to use the roads properly and safely. Remember, speed thrills and speed kills. Well, that's the much we can take for today on Dateline Abuja. Do keep a date with me, same time, same station. You can follow us on our social media page and also subscribe to our YouTube channel showing right now on your TV screen. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Hauwa Momoh. Good morning.